So imagine ordering a piece of home theater gear, right? Something so massive and permanent that the manufacturer explicitly tells you no cancellations, no returns, no refunds.
Yeah, once you buy it, it is yours forever.
Exactly. Welcome to today's deep dive. We are looking at the spec sheet for the Draper 254202 Profile Plus fixed frame screen.
Right, and it's a massive 106-inch rigid projector screen. So our mission today is really to decode the engineering behind this display. We want to figure out how high-end commercial spaces achieve that visual perfection.
And why a fixed frame like this demands such a, serious commitment compared to just a standard motorized drop-down screen you might have.
Exactly.
Okay, let's unpack this. The first thing that really jumps out from the specs is this zero-edge design. I mean, it's essentially an infinity pool for your wall.
That is a great way to describe it.
Right, because there's no chunky black velvet border trapping the picture, which is, what we usually see on those older fixed frames.
Yeah, and what's fascinating here is that achieving that optical illusion requires some really clever mechanics. The frame actually uses these extruded aluminum baffles.
Okay, baffled.
Yeah, they are angled specifically to absorb stray projection light. So they hide the structural edges from your eye completely.
Oh, wow. So it creates the effect that the image is just like floating in midair.
Exactly, and the whole setup sits less than 2 inches off the wall.
That is wild. And the specs also emphasize that the design is mullionless. So, I mean, there's no thick structural divider blocking the image if you want to tile them together.
Right, which is huge for commercial spaces.
Yeah, you could build a massive video wall in a corporate boardroom or, a sports bar by placing multiple screens side by side.
And the images would just bleed into each other perfectly, literally zero separation. But, that massive seamless design creates a pretty immediate logistical problem.
Oh, for sure. Because a 106-inch display translates to a 52 by 92-inch rigid object. Trying to pivot something that large up a narrow apartment staircase or fit it into a standard elevator is just a non-starter. It's like pivoting a giant couch, but you can't bend it at all.
Which is why they engineered it to actually ship unassembled. The extruded aluminum frame completely breaks down.
Oh, okay. So it's surprisingly lightweight then.
Exactly. It's really easy to navigate through tight corridors,
Yeah,
and you only assemble it once you're in the actual viewing room.
that makes a lot of sense. And the viewing surface itself, it's called the matte White XT1000V. That just comes rolled up, right?
Yes, it does. And the specs note, it provides a precise 1.0 gain for 1080p front projection.
Wait, 1.0 go gain, why is that specific number important?
Well, that 1.0 gain is crucial for a dedicated dark theater room.
Yeah.
It basically means the screen reflects light perfectly evenly in all directions.
Got it. So no artificial brightness boosting or glare.
Right, exactly. You get a true high-fidelity reproduction of exactly what the projector is sending out.
But I was wondering, how do you get a massive rolled up sheet perfectly flat on site, like
Yeah.
without wrinkling it at all?
Yeah, it sounds tricky, but the specs detail this specialized sliding hook and loop system.
Oh, so it's basically like stretching a canvas over a painter's frame.
Precisely. The tension naturally pulls out every microscopic wrinkle, making the whole surface just drum tight.
Okay, that is clever.
It is highly effective, but it's worth noting the trade-off here. Because it is a permanently tensioned fixed frame, you lose the flexibility of a motorized screen.
Right, the kind that just rolls up and disappears into the ceiling when you aren't using it.
Exactly. This object is always on your wall, just dominating the room.
Which brings us right back to that intense buying reality we started with. Here's where it gets really interesting. At today's price of $2,325, which is down from an MSRP of nearly $3,000, this is a strict special order item.
Yeah, they are not messing around with that.
No, they aren't. It is explicitly non-cancelable, non-returnable, and non-refundable. Like, getting a tattoo, you better be absolutely sure of your room dimensions before you finalize this purchase.
You really do. It is a permanent fixture. But if we connect this to the bigger picture, that strict policy is balanced by the robust backing you typically get with professional AV gear.
Right, because they include a 5-year Draper warranty and lifetime tech support.
Exactly. They engineer this hardware to be a flawless, lifelong installation. It is not just some piece of disposable consumer tech.
So really, for anyone looking to upgrade their viewing space, you're trading the convenience of a roll-down screen for premium aesthetics, plus that clever logistical engineering that saves you from the narrow staircase nightmare.
Yeah, and a completely flat, artifact-free image, it definitely requires exact planning, but the visual payoff of that floating, borderless projection is just unmatched.
Well, that leaves us with a final thought for you to chew on. With technologies like zero edge and mullionless frames essentially making screens, invisible when the projector is off, are we approaching an era of interior design where our digital displays will simply become the literal walls of our homes?